Hello and welcome everyone to my presentation on MIS 753 Independent Studies. So in this course I have had teachings and trainings on computer vision and visual models that are currently available on the market. So let's get started. My project is based around the automatic removal of PIIs. So you might be thinking, what is a PII? PII is personally identifiable information. Essentially, on a document, if you can see the full name, the the birth year, birthday, zip codes, social security number, etc., so that it becomes easier for you to identify the person who this document belongs to or associated with. So this is a huge compliance risk for companies because they are holding a lot of documents on their repositories. Let's say that institution or organization wants to give away and release these documents to third party vendors or universities for research purposes, maybe train an AI model on it, but they have to have someone who would be sitting there and then manually redacting, usually with a black pen, on the PDFs or the scanned copies. That's a very laborious task, so I try to automate this with a solution. So my system is essentially using Olama and the OCR model that's called paddle OCR to generate the OCR from documents. Essentially, the users would go in and upload their documents and they would be receiving on the other end the redacted document. There are a lot of benefits to it. First, this is offline. There is no cost for humans, so there's no need for a human to be involved here. It's not over the API call, so you're not paying anything, and on top of it, you're not giving away the data to another API provider on their servers, which goes against a lot of standards when it comes to different documents. So we will be talking about one example right here. You can see that this is a dummy sample document. As you can see, there are multiple uh, values here that are of interest to us that are considered as PIIs. So let's dive in about my technology. Okay, so the application is a fast API application which serves Pythons on a web application, Python scripts. So users would come in and then upload their documents, and then I have introduced message broker system, and then divided the whole process into four different consumer or tasks. So first task, the user submits something, the message broker gets the job ID. Okay, here's the document, and then it sends the first task to the consumer that uploads it to the system. The second one creates an OCR with paddle OCR, and the third one takes it using Olama locally, and I'm using Lava. That's a very small model that is very good at understanding documents. And then another consumer that would take the PNG files after it has got the PIIs. It will redact and regenerate the PNG, and then at the end it will just give it to the user. So after the automatic removal, you would have the names redacted, dates redacted. So hopefully it would solve like 99% of the cases. There could be additional tasks like using regular expressions, but this is more extensive and it uses state-of-the-art technology. So let's dive in for a demo. Okay, so this is running locally, and for you guys to believe that this is not running on an API call, I'll just turn off my internet for a second. So this is now turned off. I cannot really go to google.com, and I can also show you a ping to google.com. See, the internet is not connected. So I come here, the application is running on my local. I will try the API that's called upload file, and I will choose a file of my choice. So I have a good example of an insurance document that contains different PII information. Let's just dive in and test it out. So I come in and then I select the file that I'm interested into, and then I hit execute. So this is the Swagger UI for Fast API. Essentially, I'm making a call to the system. So let me show you what happens. So you could see the upload API has picked it up and said, hey, I'm sending this to the OCR queue. Let's wait for this to come. So you could see that this has just come, and you can see the OCR in action. You have the OCR data right here. These are the texts that have been detected from the system. And the PII file is essentially saying, okay, these are the things that I've detected from the given OCR and the photo itself. So let's go back to the final output here. So if we can compare these two, first we had this as input and this is an output. So this is definitely working as expected. Let's try another document. The ID, it was 782. C782, we have this, we have that, and we have the PII. So we have the data. Let's see the output of this. This is 782. Let's go to 782. Yes. So we have the data that is here. And as you can see, there are also some stuff that are missing. So in this case, it missed the date of birth and the name of the spouse. Let's go back and then try it again. So this is happening because some of the times the LLMs will be performing differently, and the temperature, although that is set to 0, the output is not really static, or the LLMs really never ever try to be behaving the same way. Let's check it again. 0F1, sorry. Let's see, 30F1. Yes, this time it worked. So thank you so much, guys, for listening through my presentation. Although it was not really static, but we proved our proof of concept. Thank you so much.